Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Hickory Story. I'm here with the Wolf, and yeah, Wolf, I'm still in the White House, mate. They love me. They just don't want to let me go.
Oh God, you probably have a visitor soon. Trump
What?
trying to hide as well with you. But it's like, honestly, it's a circus out there. I mean, this morning, everyone on Australian TV, who cares? Who cares what Trump's? He's getting bloody arrested for what? For paying some hush money. You know, I think there's bigger problems around.
He paid some hush money if he did for some girl, and then you've got Biden, who's blatantly been taking bribes. Family, the most corrupt president ever, taking bribes from the Ukrainians, and I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Dave, the problem is it's not the fact that Biden's got troubles and so does Trump. It's the fact is that they that's the best they can do. Arrest him for that. I mean, I'm sure the guy's probably got much bigger issues and probably other misdemeanors that you can probably find him guilty of. But no, they find hush money.
Yeah, but he has. I don't think he's got as much as Biden has. I think that maybe.
You think? I think he's got lots.
Maybe they're both as bad as each other.
Possibly.
But you know what? It is incredible of all the people in America you could have as presidents, right? Come on, Wolf. This is why I'm here, sitting in the Oval Office.
Fair enough. Look, you need to take the spot.
I've got my hand up for the job. What?
Look, I think you're better than both of them. At least that's a positive.
Yeah. Well, at least we'll get the stock market trending. All right. General share advice only. Yes. This is not personal advice. And Wolf, let's get going because tough market. We've had some news today. Seek.
Mm-hmm.
It's hovering. It's holding trend just, but not the best announcement.
No, it isn't. And the thing is, I would take profits if you're in this trending, or even if you're long term. I think you'd be probably wise to maybe just lessening some of this story. And the reason I'll give you one is the top line. And the reasons why. And the top line's gone back, I think, 15 mil on an announcement saying that there's a softer market for job ads, right? And when you see that sort of a headline, you think to yourself, well, we're only just coming into even further troubles ahead. So even though they've kept their bottom line, so EBITDA and NPAT intact because of lower costs, I think that's unsustainable. I think we're going to probably see further softness in the employment market, and they probably won't be able to stop the bottom line falling. So for me, this is a fairly obvious take profits.
All right, perfect. Take profits on Seek. PEXA, CFO Richard Moore to leave PEXA. Mm-hmm. Share price goes up. It's
Yeah, you know why? Because it wasn't a sudden thing, and you know how people just had sudden things. Why does he leave all of a sudden? They've token that he's going to leave by December 2023. I mean, that's 6 months away, right? So it's an orderly transition. He's been there for 3 years, so it's not as bad as someone just all of a sudden resigning or being dismissed. Then I'd be worried. So at least I think from that point of view, there's a little bit of a sigh of relief. However, it's never a good look when your CEO or CFO leaves. So thank God for the markets. Not a bad response.
Wolf, Drone Shield, which just did a big raise, but yeah, it's still holding around that sort of 30. It doesn't look too bad, and they had a little bit of good news that their drone gun MK4, which is a portable pistol-shaped drone hammer, weighing 3.2 kilograms. The company believes this product is peerless globally for its size and effectiveness. So
what does it do? Does it shoot like drones out of the sky? Is that what it does?
Yeah, it does. Well, I'll show you a photo. The photo looks. I wouldn't mind having one of those. Would you, in the office?
That looks like futuristic. I've seen this in many movies.
So most probably, yeah, I should think it does. It's
I'd say Ukrainians will be all over this.
Yeah, definitely.
I tell you what, it'd be a big scandal if these guys are selling to the Russians.
Yeah,
you'd hope they wouldn't, would you?
No, I don't think they would be allowed to, would they?
Well,
but yeah. I'm sure it obviously does something to the drones, maybe jams them or something.
Yeah, Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what it is. It actually doesn't shoot anything. I think it just probably jams them. So this is probably some sort of technology using waves or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Quite
looks
interesting. Anyway, I mean, look, this is the moment for DroneShield. This is the time for them to get those big contracts. This is the time for them to get their revenues up and have their moment in the sun. And they seem to be doing that. So well done to them.
Well, Pete, you know, you can see drones they're a massive part of warfare now.
Absolutely.
I think you know, warfare has been changed, hasn't it, by drones over the last 6 months.
They, you know, absolutely 100%. This is the warfare at the moment, isn't it? In Ukraine, over Ukraine, you've got the Iranian drones, Russian drones, Chinese drones versus the Ukrainians who are obviously trying to shoot them out, and they've probably got their own little drones from the West. So it's a drone war, absolutely.
All right, Wolf. The commodities actually doing well. You've seen coal come back, and actually, I sort of cheekily was quite liking New Hope, and I put it on Einstein's, and it didn't look too bad. It started to go on with it quite nicely now.
Cheeky little thing, and you've got this spot on, haven't you?
I did. I didn't get them all spot on actually. Yeah, on Einstein's, but I mean, it's definitely got that one spot on. Interesting, and it's like you said. I think we're back above about $200 now, aren't we, with coal on thermal coal?
198. So it was up 12% last night, by the looks of things.
Yeah.
But back to 200, almost $200, which is a pivotal, I suppose, price. And you know what? It's still way above the previous prices. So these companies still probably going to make some good cash. So I'm not surprised they're going to have a little bounce. Whether we've reached the bottom in coal for the medium term, I'm not sure, but at least there is definitely a bounce here probably on the back of oil prices going up.
Right, we've seen oil prices doing very well, and of course, something that we spoke about yesterday was oil. So oil again doing well, and those oils, and in fact, you know, Woodside. If you didn't buy it yesterday, it could have done it. It should have traded a lot better than how it's traded. I still think that would be a buy. I mean, listen, we'll put it on. We'll have a little bit of a flirt with this one. We'll put it on as a trend today, just in case people didn't buy it, just to and even Arnold's looking better, Wolf. So I saw CIA, which actually it's held trend. It's ridiculous, right? And bounced back up and looks absolutely fine.
Another little dollar up, you know, 127. So it went down to as low as 121 or 2, I think. And now it's back to 127. So it's definitely had a little bit of a bounce. So yeah, maybe these stocks are still okay.
And again, look at Fortescue, absolutely superb. And then interestingly, gold.
Still hovering above there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of, it flirted over 2000, and that's the sort of magical number. I don't know where it's trading at the moment.
1885.
1885. So it's just,
sorry, 1985. Apologies. 1985.
Right. So it keeps knocking on the door, doesn't it? It's getting the gold buffs quite excited, because if it can break through, I think you could see these gold stocks run even higher.
Look, I think for me, glass half full. So probably you'll get through that 2000 and maybe have a bit of a run. So I'm positive on gold. But you know, it's just that it's that one last step. Just burst through that bloody 2000 and go for it.
And good to see the little hot stock, Wolfie. It's going on with a little COS. Again, this is another one. Come on, it's got to hit that dollar, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, you know, great one for putting the COS on Einstein's. Unfortunately for me, I had a little, buy here in the 80s. Sorry, in the 70s. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Oh, you never got it?
No, but that's okay. I'm a patient investor. I've got plenty anyway in the fund.
All right, now AIS. What's going on here? Because it's the resource. I just go have a look. The maiden resource. I'll bring it across. So this is maiden mineral resource completed for the Korojong deposit. Is this their main one, Wolf?
No, I don't think so. This is another, I think, like a satellite deposit they've got, because they're 2.2 million tons is small. Relatively speaking, when you look at, 100 million, a billion ton type deposits that BHP operates, right? So when you look at the actual total content metal in there, like 33,000 tons, that's probably the output of RXM. They're going to do it on a yearly basis, and they've got the whole thing in that one deposit. So you can see there's a massive disconnect here between, you know, how small this is, but you know, this is a small little producer, so this is what you got to take into the fact. Normally, when I look at it, you know, anything less than 10, I sort of question it whether it can actually be developed on its own, and probably not. But because they've probably got already infrastructure there, and you know, you don't have to spend too much to develop it, you can get away with a smaller deposit.
Well, that's what they're saying. They've got, I think they've got the processing facility fairly nearby,
Exactly.
and they've got sort of small little satellite deposits around where.
There you go. So this is the beauty about already having an established infrastructure and having established mines. You don't need a big find to bring it online, right? So, but it is small. I mean, that's the thing. It is small. Nothing to get excited about there for me anyway. So
you wouldn't be buying that news. No.
not on that announcement, no.
Oh, all right, Wolfie. Now, just to sum up, we've got interest rates today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the market's hinting it's going to be a pause. What's your take on that?
Yeah, look, I agree with that. I mean, you know, the RBA has been hinting that they are going to be looking at a pause in April just to see how the numbers flow through from the previous, 11 in a row of interest rate rises. Pretty prudent. I think when you see especially the numbers and, you know, just anecdotal evidence and talking to employers laying off staff, you know, getting a bit softer in that space. SEEK today came out saying, you know, it's softer employment ads. So heed that it's probably going to be a pause, I'd say, this week, which means we're probably heading towards that peak of interest rate rises. But, you know, if you've got another maybe couple of months of some information, like maybe oil spikes again, and we're going to have a little bit more, they might go again or once or twice. But I think we're getting closer to it. So let's see how it goes. And look, we're so lucky in Australia. I have to say, when I look at America, I think they're heading down to a recession. I don't think we might go. I think we might avoid it here in Australia. So we're well better positioned than the US.
All right. Well, on that note, gold's still looking strong, and you know, we've got a lot of people, I think, in those gold stocks at the moment. They I'd hold on tight.
Can I just say one more thing, Dave?
Yep.
And that's lithium. It went down about 11% again.
Again.
Yes. So that's the only metal that looks like it's pretty sad right now, especially when we, you know, looked at some of the others that are looking pretty good. So if you are playing that takeover offer, you know, you're probably looking at profits, I'd say, somewhere along the line, because like I said, if there was no takeover offer, you're probably going to see people seeing your LTRs, your PLSs, your AKEs, and all the other little tiddlers further down.
This is absolutely horrendous. It's fallen ugly as. So I mean, I must say, Wolf, you picked that turning in the lithium price absolutely perfectly. So well done there, champion.
Look, I think it was common sense. It had to come down.
All right, on that note, Wolfie, I'd like to sum up. Lithium's obviously down. Be careful of all these lithium stocks. Gold looking good. Copper, I think, looking reasonably good as well. You've got coal looking good. You've got oil looking good. You've got iron ore fighting back. So something to cheer, definitely.
What's happening tonight, Dave?
We are live. So come on, join the Wolf and the Hound. And let's go through all your stocks. Let's have a look at them and see what we can trade and what we can't trade, and see if we can help you make the right choice.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Wolfie. See you, mate. Bye-bye.